Jai Hind students, welcome to physics lecture of grade 11. Last time we were discussing about the dimension analysis and today we will discuss the error analysis. Now, what are the errors? Error is the simplest concept that we are using in our day-to-day life. For example, when you go to bring milk from a dairy farm, there is a bucket of the milk, and in this bucket of the milk, what happens? The milkman, he tips the measurement, and when he take it out and he pours that milk in your container. So what happens? When he is taking out the milk, there is a formation of froth, means jhag. And due to that you are getting lesser quantity of the milk. You were supposed to purchase 1 liter, but you are getting less than 1 liter of the milk. And if I ask you, measure the length of this line, and if I give you a broken scale, let us say it is 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, so on. It's a broken scale. Why broken scale? Because the correct scales, they start from the 0. It is starting from the 1. So whatever the reading you will get, it will be 1 more. So there is an error in the length. Now, what the error is? Error is the difference between actual value and the measured value. Now, what are the various types of the errors? The first type of the error is systematic errors. What are the systematic errors? Systematic errors are those errors whose causes are known to us. These errors, as the name indicates, they follow a definite pattern. These errors are positive or negative. Now, why these errors arises and their causes are known to us? First is improper experimental technique. Experimental technique or procedure. For example, if I ask you to measure body temperature, and if you put the thermometer under your armpit, will you be able to get the exact temperature? No, because you were supposed to put the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. So this is the reason that you won't get the correct result. So if you don't follow the proper procedure, definitely you are likely to get the wrong technique. And one such example that I have used, that whenever you are taking the milk, he puts the measurement into the milk and he takes out. Again it is a improper experimental technique or procedure. The reason is that he should have waited for the froth to settle down. And second category of the error is least count error. What is least count error? I think all of you know about the least count. Least count is the minimum observation which an instrument can record. For example, you are using scale. On the scale, you find this is 0 centimeter and this is 1 centimeter. And how many divisions are between 1 and 0? There are 10 divisions between 1 and 0. So, what is the minimum length you can measure? The minimum length you can measure with this scale is 0.1 centimeter. So with the help of that you can measure a length whose length is 10.1 centimeter. If 10.1 centimeter is correct, it is correct up to one decimal place. But if I say 12.12 centimeter, it is not correct, it is incorrect. Why? Because I cannot measure up to that next decimal place. There could be the length like 10.1 centimeter, another length is 10.12 centimeter. But both this case, it will say that both these lengths are 10.1 centimeter because it can measure up to one decimal place. So, for reducing such an error, we should use an instrument whose least count is more. Third is category of the error is instrumental error. This error arises due to improper design of the instrument because of the manufacturing defect in the instrument. Sometimes there is a problem in the instrument, so because of that instrument, what happens? We get error. For example, if I give you a scale like this, which starts from the 1, it is not starting from the 0, right? So, what length you can measure? Whatever the length you will measure, it will be 1 centimeter more. So, such errors are called the instrumental error. And if you want to give the correct value, what you have to do? You have to subtract 1 centimeter. If from this, if you got the reading of 4.2 centimeter, what will be the exact reading? It is starting from 1, it will be 3.2 centimeter. Next category of the error is due to the, this is the say personal errors. These error arises due to the incapabilities of a person, or there may be the defect in the eye of the person. For example, if a person cannot see the things clearly, he cannot get the correct values in the experiments related to the optics. So, we have to remove the personal errors. Sometimes a person starts doing the experiment without setting the apparatus. So, in that case, there you cannot get the exact values. And next category of the errors is the change in experimental conditions. What happens whenever we are doing some experiment, there is change in the physical conditions, like there is change in the voltage, there is change in the temperature, there is change in the pressure. Because of that, we don't get the correct value. So, systematic errors are those errors whose causes are known to us. Now, second category of the errors is random errors. What are the random errors? Random errors are those errors whose causes are not known to us. These are unpredictable errors. For example, if we are doing an experiment related to the electricity, and if all of a sudden there is increase in the voltage, we don't have any control on that, and we can't avoid that error. So such error is the say random error. And next category of the errors is the gross error. Now, what are the gross errors? Gross errors are those errors which arises due to the carelessness of a experimenter. If person who is doing the experiment is careless, then he or she will take incorrect reading, and these incorrect readings, they won't give the correct results. Now, after discussing this, let's move to important topic about the measurement of errors. Now, based on the measurement, errors can be classified into three main categories. One is absolute errors. What is the meaning of the term absolute errors? Before explaining the term absolute errors, let me explain you a simple two important terms. One is measured value and another one is actual or true value. If I say this is a line, its length is 30.1 centimeter, and if you measure this as 30.3 centimeter, then this 30.3 centimeter is the measured value. It can differ from person to person. If you measure, it may be 30.3 centimeter. If I measure, it may be 30.1 centimeter. If somebody else measured, it may be 30 centimeter, 30.0 centimeter. So what this is the measured value, and what is the actual value? It is the real value, actual value, or the true value of measurement. If its length is 30.1 centimeter, it is that. For example, when you will do the experiments related to electricity, frequency, etc., on that instrument frequency is written 301 Hertz. Then this 301 Hertz is the actual value, true value. If you calculate the frequency as the say to 310 Hertz, then this value is the measured value. Right? So how we can define the absolute error? Absolute error, it is difference between mean value of a physical quantity not the mean value is also correct. Mean value, true value, actual value of a physical quantity and measured value of a physical of the same physical quantity. Now what I want to say that what is the absolute error? Absolute error is defined as the difference between its actual value and the measured value. For example, if I say that this length of line is 30.1 centimeter, but you say that three students, they measured their length as 30.2 centimeter, another student measured 30.1 centimeter, and some student measured 30.7 centimeter. And let us say there is a fourth student who said that its value is 29 centimeter. Then what is absolute error? Now absolute error in the reading of first student will be 30.1 minus 30.2, it is 0.1 centimeter with negative sign. Absolute error in second reading, 30.1 minus 30.1, it is 0 centimeter, and 30.7, it is minus 0.6 centimeter, and whereas in fourth case it is 29.0 minus 30.1, how much it will be? 30.1 minus 29.0, it will be 1.1 centimeter. So what I want to say, absolute error can be positive, negative or zero. I am repeating again, absolute error is the difference between actual value and measured value. That difference is called the absolute error. Now, there is a term mean absolute error. Mean absolute error is the arithmetic mean of magnitude of the absolute errors. For example, if I say that the length of a line is, let us say, 30 centimeter, 31 centimeter, 32 centimeter, and 33 centimeter, and 34 centimeter. Five students, they measure their length as a 31 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 31, 32, 33, 34 centimeter. But the actual length is 32 centimeter. Now, what is the absolute error in the first length? Calculate the absolute error and mean absolute error. Now listen everyone, here actual length is given to be the 32 centimeter. What is the L1 measured value? 30 centimeter, L2 is 31 centimeter, L3 is 32 centimeter, and L4 is 33 centimeter, and L4 is 34 centimeter. Now, if I say what is the absolute error in first observation, you will say actual value 32, that is L minus L1, 32 minus 30, it is 2 centimeter. What is delta L2? L minus L2, 32 minus 31, it is 1 centimeter. And what is absolute error in third measurement? It will be 32 minus 32, this is 0 centimeter. And what about in fourth? L minus L4, 32 minus 33 minus 1 centimeter. And in fifth observation, L minus L5, 32 minus 34 minus 2 centimeter. Now what I am asking you, I think delta L1, delta L2, delta L3, delta L4, delta L5 is clear. They are used to represent the absolute errors. Now, what is the mean absolute error? Mean absolute error, it is delta L1 modulus delta L2 delta L3. What does this mean? It means whatsoever we are taking the value and divide all them with 5. So how much it will come? 2 centimeter plus 1 centimeter plus 0 centimeter plus minus 1 centimeter plus absolute value of minus 2 centimeter by 5. So 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2. This is the absolute value. It will always remain positive. So answer is 6 by 5 centimeter. So here The mean absolute error is 6 by 5 centimeter. So in this way you can do. So I think absolute error is clear. Now after absolute error, the second type of error is relative error. Relative error. What is relative error? Relative error means it is the ratio of mean absolute error to true value of a physical quantity. This ratio is called the say relative error. For example, in the previous example we did mean absolute error was 6 by 5 centimeter and its true value was 32 centimeter. Centimeter get cancelled. So 6 divided by 5 multiplied by 32, you can calculate. So this is the relative error. Right? Remember, relative error is a unitless quantity. Why? Because it is the ratio of two quantities which are same, whose units are same. Third is percentage error. What is percentage error? If I multiply relative error by 100, what I will get? I will get the percentage error. Okay, let's do a question on these concepts, and after that you will be able to understand this concept. Question is, the refractive index measured by students in an experiment, and the values of refractive indices are 2.01, 2.02, 2.03, 1.99, 1.98. For simplicity, let's 1.99, 1.98, 1.97, 1.96. Remember, refractive index has no units. We have studied in the grade 10. Calculate mean absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. How we can do this? Let's calculate. Let's do this. Now, here we are not given the actual value, but what we are given? We are given these measured value. So in such circumstances, when absolute value is not given, what we have to do? We have to take its arithmetic mean. So what is the mean value? This mean value will be actual value. 2.01, 2.02, 2.03, 1 plus 1.99, 1.98, 1.97, 1.96, right? And if I want to complete its series, let me add one more value, that is the 2 and 1.95 also, so that you can understand this concept well. Plus 1.95 plus 2, how many values are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9 values, so I will divide it by 9. Can you tell me what is the arithmetic mean? Without calculating. Look, all these values are following a proper sequence. So what is the middle term in this case? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. This is the middle term. 6, 7, 8, 9. So its mean value will be 1.99. Right? If I ask, let's say refractive index is denoted by a letter mu, you have studied in 10. So what is, so here the real value comes to be 1.99. Now what is absolute error in the first quantity? 2.01. 1.99 minus 2.01, it is minus 0.02. What is the error in second? 1.99 minus 2.02. How much this is? Minus 0.03. What is in the third value? 1.99 minus 2.03 minus 0.04. And what is in the fourth? It is 1.99 minus 1.99, it is 0.00. And what is in the fifth? 1.99 minus 1.98. So it is 0.01. And what is in the sixth one? 1.99 minus 1.97, 0.02. And what is in the seventh value? 1.99 minus 1.96, it is 0.03. Again I am having 2. So let us find this in the eighth one. Actual value is 1.99 and it is 2. It is minus 0.01. And in the last observation is 1.99 minus, result value is 1.95. It is 0.04. What is mean error? Just take their absolute values without signs. So it will be 0.02, 0.03, 0.04 plus 0 plus 0.01, 0.02, 0.03 and plus 0.01 plus 0.04 divided by the 9. So what will be its value? Here 1 is twice, 0.02 is twice, 0.03 is twice, 0.04 is twice. So what will be the answer? 1 plus 3, 6 and 4, 10. That is 0.20 divided by 9. If you solve this, how much it will come? It is going on 0.9 to the 18 up to 2 decimal places. The mean Absolute error is 0.02. So what is relative error? (0.02) divided by 1.99. It is closer to 2. So when you will do this, it will be approximately equal to 0.01. And what is percentage error? Percentage error means multiply this with 100. So 1% is the percentage error, right? So this was the concept of three main categories of the error, and tomorrow we will discuss about the propagation of the errors and other topics. Thank you and have a nice day.